narcissistic people can be incredibly challenging to spot in society, especially when we have no idea these kinds of people exist or the behaviours they exhibit. And when it comes to narcissistic people, they tend to follow similar characteristics within their personality that we need to watch out for, as it's personality traits within them that they display in various ways, as narcissistic people tend to be very preoccupied with themselves and getting their needs met at the cost to others, because they simply lack the empathy to care about others. Now, plenty of people can look to get their needs met. However, they're usually genuine people are looking to support others, help others through. Narcissistic people are looking to exploit others. They're usually incredibly envious of others. They usually lack the self-awareness, as they're very arrogant, believing that they are always right. So when it comes to narcissistic people, they tend to have that grandiosity, that air of arrogance to them. They believe that they are superior. They believe that they know more. They believe that they are better than all others. So, for example, a narcissistic person who is dead set on a certain form of healthy eating lifestyle, and all eating lifestyles have their negative side to them, with a genuine person, they can recognize the negative side to it. They don't force it down other people's necks. With a narcissistic person, they believe that everybody should be living how they live because they've cracked the code. They know it all. There's nothing new to learn. Their way is the only way. And if you're not following them, there's something wrong with you. And they're going to go all out to criticize you, to mock you, to guilt you. They're going to go all out to do what they can to get you to live life the way they live life. They believe they deserve that special attention and admiration because they are right, they are better than all others. Their arrogance leads them to require that excessive attention, and they lack the awareness to recognize the unbelievable, toxic way that they go about getting their way. They're incredibly manipulative due to their exploitative behaviour. They will go all out to gaslight people, to triangulate people, to shift the blame, to fall silent on people, and then be offended when people finally have enough and go no contact with them. They will go all out to accuse people of attacking them so that they can be their self-righteous victim. They're only trying to do their best. They're only trying to support people. They're only trying to help people when they're not. They're looking to control people and get people to live life on their terms. They're not interested in other people having a different opinion. That scares them. They're interested in gaining enough flying monkeys and enablers to support them. Their sense of entitlement means they believe they deserve that preferential treatment. No regard for others. They have that compassionate narcissism to them. So with some narcissistic people, they will claim to be trying to save the environment. There are many genuine people with the scientific background, with the studies and the research, that actually know what's going on, that are trying different methods to try and find what works to help the environment and the wildlife, because for various reasons they are incredibly passionate, and because they are passionate, they are knowledgeable on the topic at hand. Then you can have the compassionate narcissist who just latches on without any knowledge or any awareness, that realizes that they can gain attention from this, and they can show that they're doing their best to help and support, and even to the point where they actually hinder other people, but they lack the empathy to care about those other people. That's not their problem. You see this often with those who sit in the middle of the road, those oil protesters. And yes, as much as there is negative to the oil, they do not have the facts. And I certainly don't have the facts. What I do know is they will sit there annoying everybody else, winding everybody else up, frustrating everybody else, claiming to do their best by the environment because they're so special and so amazing, while actually doing very little, just causing hassle for other people, just causing an inconvenience for other people, instead of being proactive and doing something that actually helps and support. They're being a hindrance. And then when people try to move them, they play the victim. When people come through with an emergency that needs to get to the hospital, it shows they lack the empathy to care, because they will not move out of the way for those people, because they don't care if somebody dies. They care about causing hassle, being in the spotlight, gaining the attention. And there's lots of different pockets of these people that do this, and it puts a bad name to those who are genuinely trying to help and find answers and find solutions in these different areas. And these narcissistic people in all walks of life. Their entitlement means that they believe that they should just be allowed to do this and everyone else should just go away and let them get on with it. They lack the empathy. They struggle to understand or care about the consequences for other people on their actions. They're that motivated on one idea, and they're interested in making other people believe that they are right, even though they usually don't have the full evidence or the full background into it. Those who do are usually working quietly, humbly, trying to figure things out. They're very envious of other people's achievements, other people's relationships. They're very resentful of other people's achievements, of other people's relationships, because they believe that they know best. They believe that they know more than anybody else. And we all can have a certain belief, and then later down the line, new evidence comes along and with, I got that wrong. Now it's this. It's a part of life. It's a part of learning. Narcissistic people don't make mistakes. To a narcissist, everyone else made the mistake. They do not take responsibility for their behaviour. They play the victim. They shift the blame. Nothing is ever their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's problem. They play the martyr, where they're just trying to help, they're just trying to support, and it's not their fault that everyone's just trying to attack them. To them, they believe that they're in the right and all others are in the wrong. Yet if anyone inconveniences them, they play the victim, and it's the other person who's causing them all the hassle. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. And a bit of a disclaimer, as I have spoken about oil protesters, not all of them are compassionate narcissists. Some of them do just have their beliefs. These are the ones that will sit there and block a road because they have their belief, but then when someone comes running through saying that they need to get somewhere in a state of an emergency, they will move out of the way and let that person through. So they've got caught up in an idea or a belief about something, but they're not actually a narcissistic person. Narcissistic people will not budge because they believe they're in the right and that you are in the wrong and that you need to suffer for not living life on their terms. Sounds a bit wrong now, but go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.